chaps, just thought I'd check in before Christmas, wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Obviously we've not been doing that much with the car over the last week. So, you know, there's no track days, well there are track days, but we're not doing any. Kind of know where the car is and waiting for these nitrons to come, aren't I? So, you know, I could go back around the racetrack and be as annoyed with it, or frustrated shall we say, as I was last time. There are a few things. I had a guy, Guy Z coding on Facebook. If any of you BMW boys need any stuff coding out, he's your man. Send you the lead, plug the laptop in, and we remotely coded out all its chiming, because it used to chime on every time you got in it that it had no seat belts and airbags were missing from the seats and tyre pressure monitors. Doesn't do that anymore, and while he was in there, we've upgraded the gearbox and diff software to the GTS software. Haven't noticed a huge difference because I've only used it a little bit on the road. It seems to have more of a blip on the down change now, but I think it makes the diff a bit tighter and shifts crisper, etc. But like I say, we'll see if we can notice that on the track. But yeah, he was a good guy. Plugged it in, you chat to him on the phone while he does it. Took him about 40 minutes charged. I think it's 120 quid for the GTS software and another 50 quid just to take all the codes out. So that's nice because all the dash works properly now, doesn't look like a disco. So no warning lights, no nothing. That's brilliant. What else have we done with it? Oh, I've got the bells for the touring car brakes. Haven't fitted those yet, but will do. I'll do a little video on that. And at the moment, as you can see, I'm not in it. I'm in a particularly luxury vehicle, Volvo. So it's another little project of mine. I'll let you boys have a very quick look at this, but we will be talking about this a bit more next year if I get out. Look at that classic. So yeah, as you can see, that is a replica of the 1994 British touring car, Volvo 850 Estate Super Tourer.
Well, they all laughed when Volvo said they'd be entering an estate, but they don't think it's funny anymore. Oh, look at this! And this is fierce! Down to 5th position because Jan Lammers has gone past in the Volvo estate. Fantastic. Volvo ahead, room for 7 inside, and it leads the Toyota.
Rickard Rydell was third fastest.
We're with Jan Lammers now, 4th position, and TWR boss Tom Walkinshaw is here, and it's his men who've made the Volvo 850 fly, and Jan Lammers, of course. Here comes the Volvo. As the checkered flag goes out, Rydell wins in the Volvo.
Which there's going to be a road trip coming up next year, which we'll be doing a video on for you guys. I only look 21, but actually it's going to be a big birthday of mine with a 5 in the front. And we're doing a road trip around Europe in 1990s Super Touring replicas, which this is mine. So we'll be bringing you, there'll be various silly challenges and messing about and dressing in 90s clothes and listening to 90s music and all that kind of business. Should be quite good fun. But this car as well, I've got a chip for it, which costs I think a massive 30 quid off eBay a while back. So we're going to do a little test on this. We'll do some 0-60s and performance tests. So actually this is a T5, so it's the 5-cylinder 2.3 litre turbocharged car, which meant to have 220 odd brake, you know, 27 years ago. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes now. And then I've got this chip, so literally on these you take the ECU out, a few bolts, take it apart, pull the chip off the board, put the other chip on and put it all back together. So we'll do some performance figures and then swap the chip over and do some more and see if for 30 quid we've got any more GGs. I shan't lose too much sleep if we haven't, but it could be interesting. Oh, and the car's on coilovers. It's got it on BC coilovers. It's fully polybushed. It's got strut brace. I'm going to upgrade the brake pads because part of the road trip will involve going around the Nürburgring. So yeah, it should be quite a laugh, this whole thing. But we've also got some quite exciting stuff coming up next year. We're going to look to do a little bit of road testing. I've got a few cars in the pipeline. We've got a new M5, new M4. We're going to have a little hot hatch test. We've got A35 AMG versus Golf R. Then we're going to have a classic supercar road test at some point, probably when the weather gets a bit better, so next spring, summer, with the Jaguar XJ220, Ferrari Testarossa and a Lamborghini Murcielago. We're also hoping to have a 1700 horsepower Nissan GTR to have a little play with, and some track cars, including my E36, obviously my F82. Now a guy who's got a nice quick E46. So yeah, we should have quite a bit of stuff on. We've got the Warren, who makes these videos with me, he's got a V6 engined MR2, so we've got various MR2s. He's on a forum with some chaps that have got turbocharged ones, supercharged ones, so should have quite an eclectic mix, quite a lot of different cars to bring you films of and compare them with, you know, our M4 and various other things we've got. And then in the summer we've got a road trip around the Alps, so quite a lot coming up next year, plus of course our Terminal Velocity runway days, which are 27th of March, 15th of May, and I can't remember, July and September as well. So hopefully we'll have some car shows, trade stands, all sorts of stuff there. So it'd be brilliant to see some of you guys at some point next year at one of our events, and please do like, subscribe and watch the videos to keep up to date with everything we're up to. And like I say, have a Merry Christmas and a brilliant New Year, and we'll chat to you all next year.